Welcome back to Rush Wars. No, just kidding. It's Boom Beach. Today is Thursday, August 29th. The kids are almost back to school. Can't wait for routine. I love summer, but man, kids need routine sometimes. My 10-year-old is gonna murder someone if this keeps up. So this is one that you can probably solo if you have a decent level account. We're gonna have one shock back here, one shock here, maybe some critters back in here. We'll try that in a minute. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to simplify this as best we can. Little bit lucky here. These are usually shock launchers. I think we haven't had this layout in a long time, but it is an old layout that we've had a ton. So what we're going to do is just simplify HQ18, super simple stuff. We're going to mark all three of these rockets because why not? If you need info on why we're marking things, please do let me know. Hopefully everyone has an idea by now. But if you don't, that's okay too. That's what we're here for. Try and learn, try and have some fun, and try and keep Boom Beach great. As my door is slamming behind me, we're going to be probably doing a Houdini hack there. Yes, we are, and I died. Not super awesome. So we are off to a whimpering start. Going to use our GBE to do some useful things at this point, clear some mines. We need to get rid of those ones. This shore laser is likely going to be a problem, so maybe we'll just get rid of that. We're going to drop 2 smokes like this, drop all of our troops into those smokes. Laser has not seen us yet, which is super awesome, and then we're going to move up into there. And the laser, we can actually flash kill a laser. You do not have to shock a laser. If you're smart, you will have checked how much health that laser has just to see if you can kill it in one shot or not. Because if you can't, see that? Flash killing the laser. The most important thing there is watch the laser beam satellite dish. You could see that it was pointing away from us, so it hadn't seen us. If it would have seen us, it would have turned. Now that we've done that, let's see if we actually needed to do that or not. Let's see if it ranges the shore. It looks like it maybe doesn't. It could be close. So getting rid of that laser, we'll check it out later on and see. But for now, let's dive right back into it. I've put myself behind the 8-ball a little bit, because we have to get these rockets over here and this rocket over here, and that is not a terribly great combo. So we could probably use those grapplers to save a few smokes, but I am going to keep it simple. Stupid, KISS, as they say. We're going to push the button. We're going to flare that rocket. Now, depending on the level of your GBE, you might want to just BART that out, because that is going to cost a bunch of extra GBE to go from one side to the other. I don't even know if it's going to be possible. We'll find out very soon. I have not calculated anything. We're just flying by the old seat of the pants. Now we're going to walk all the way back to here, trying to keep our smokes as tight as we can, but knowing that there's about 6 lasers that want to shoot us right in the face at the moment, so we can't gap our smokes at all. Now, I don't think we're going to have enough GBE to get rid of all of these rockets, but we'll find out here in about 2 seconds. I'm going to have to walk out and throw it. So I miscalculated, did not have enough GBE. I was trying to do the walk out of smoke double hack, but as you saw, not enough GBE. Was 4 short. Not doing super awesome. So right now we've got 1 shock down here for this laser, 1 shock back there. Probably, what can we get rid of? Let's use the rest of our GBE on these flamethrowers, because why the heck not? The flamethrowers we can probably get rid of. I'm putting myself in a world of pain. I probably should have dropped troops and cleared this front bit, but we're going to do our best to see what we can do here. This is the money attack. This is the most important attack in the history of attacks. We're going to push the button, flare that back rocket, and probably walk through all of these mines in the process. Nope, only 2 of the mines. And then we're going to have to keep our delay because I really do want to keep Everspark alive. I'm going to try to go for that shock launcher on the far side as soon as this happens. Now, Everspark's picked a pretty good spot because she's sitting right in the middle of at least 2 of those machine guns. Managed to keep her alive. Now we're going to push the button and flare that shock launcher and hopefully not die to all of the mines in the meantime. Now Everspark is picking a super not awesome way to walk. I'm going to have to... oh, it's going to be tight. Look at that. So almost screwed it up. Very, very close. Knowing the range, Everspark's range is 10.5 tiles. Definitely did help us a little bit there. Now I'm going to get rid of these flamethrowers. Don't really need to do that, but my thinking is that if I can shock the machine guns with that laser, I can maybe save myself a shock. We'll find out very, very soon. Now, let's just sacrifice some troops here. Now, part of the reason why I'm sacrificing the troops is just to see if that laser from over here would have got us. I don't think it would have. It looks like it would have been slightly out of range, but we will find out. Now, I'm going to move over. I want to keep that crate, that factory supply crate right there in place, because doing so will give our zookas a place to anchor to. And if you've never don't know what I'm talking about anchoring, zookas are either walking or they are shooting, nothing else. So we need them to be standing underneath smoke with something to shoot. Wouldn't mind getting rid of those last 2 flamethrowers if it's any sort of possibility. Probably going to need 2 core hits here just because we are a low level and we're about to get eaten by all of the lasers. But right now, this is the kind of thing you want to do. Just drop your troops, clear some of the beach, but be aware that you're probably going to get wrecked by all of the things all the way around you. With instant training, not a big deal. And lower levels, I tend to do this, close the game, come back in a little bit. And the other thing to be aware of is this is actually doing damage to the headquarters. Every single box that you destroy does damage to the headquarters. So sacrificing 77 troops, not a bad idea at all. Let's have a look here. Quickly, we're going to get Miss Brick into the game. Tag her in. Let's just see. So we're going to do 4580, and the reason why I'm checking that is just to see if we can get rid of those. Yes, we can. So now this is one of the things that I kind of got lucky on, but if you plan this well, you can leave these so that we're going to spend 3 GBE and pick up 6 and do damage to the core all at the same time. So a little bit of a bonus there. So we did damage to the core by taking out 2 buildings, damage to the core by hitting the core with the artillery, and we gained free GBE. So all good things. Now we're going to drop right into there. Hopefully not lose Brick to the grapplers. That's my only job right now. And then there's like 3 steps there. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I like to go for the middle step. And that just makes them walk nice and tight and happy. Now I'm going to use 2 smokes here because my troops, I want to keep them alive. I haven't looked at what I'm going to shock yet, so that's a bit of a problem. I think we're okay though. I'm going to shock behind us, I'm going to shock down here, and then I'm going to shock that laser with the machine guns. Oops, I got enough to shock something else as well. I could have shocked these doom cannons. I decided to skip on that. So you can get away with 3 shocks, and getting rid of those flamethrowers really, and shock launcher did help because it allowed us to shock right here, get the machine guns with the laser, and down goes War Factory HQ18. Lots and lots of gaffes on my part. Yes, I just said gaffes. Now let's switch it up and we will do something with my other account. I'll be back in just a second. If you're wondering why I'm sounding slightly ridiculous today, I am way over caffeinated. I typically have a coffee, maybe 2, and I have lost count of what I'm at so far. Woke up with my back just like not working, so did not get a lot of sleep, and my back is not super happy with me. So we're gonna go with Tank Grenadier Med. Let's see what we've got for grapplers. 2 grapplers over here. Once those grapplers are done, though, it's just doom cannons and things. This doom cannon doesn't really range. What should we... Let's just use all tanks. I'm going to use all tanks. No medics, just tanks. Now, the thing is, when using medics on War Factory, never a good idea. Those grapplers are going to grab your medics, then the other medics are going to chase after that, and it's just going to be a flying trapeze act that you don't want to deal with. So we're going to do like this. We're going to use Everspark just for her magical critters, and we're just going to do all tanks, and I'm going to smoke the tanks just to be super, super awesome. Is that a good idea? Probably not, but we're going to give it a shot. Now, as you can see here, Grappler, that laser did not key in on any of our tanks, so getting rid of that laser, not really required. Is smoking tanks right next to a Grappler a good idea? No, I don't feel it is, but that's the advantage of having a high-level account, is that you can do ridiculous, silly things, and I'm going to mark this thing so that Everspark takes that out, and we're going to flare there, and critter, and shock. So we got rid of the 1 boom cannon, which is taking out the 2nd boom cannon, working wonders there, and now let's get rid of this other Grappler as well. And let's shock the doom cannons. So we've got the boom cannon. Did manage to take out the other boom cannon for us. We've got some critters out in the hopes of doing some critter-like things, but not super awesome. I gotta say, that was probably ridiculous and silly, but that's why we have instant training with max level tanks. If you guys have any suggestions on troop combos to use, I am all ears. I try to do something that is fun and interesting. You know what? Let's get rid of this grappler, and then we can actually do this somewhat properly. Probably could have brought some medics in now that we have the first set of grapplers gone. I didn't even notice that second set of grapplers in my complete blindness here. So we're going to get some more GBE on those second set of grapplers, and hopefully we can get all of our critters out front. Everspark's critters are going to keep our tanks alive a little bit. Now, I do not have... what's the word I'm looking for? Man, there are a ton of grapplers. I did not notice that second row at all. So, not scouting, not super smart on my part. But I think if we stayed against that wall, we should be not bad. All of our critters doing good, and those lasers versus tanks, not going to be super, super scary. So, is this dumb? Yeah, sort of, but I kind of like doing dumb attacks sometimes because it just gives an idea of, I've gotten great ideas from doing dumb things, I have to say. All of a sudden you're like, hey, maybe, just maybe. So we're going to shock some things. I'm going to push the hack button, and that will get rid of the sniper tower and probably kill Everspark in the process. Then we're going to push the hack button one more time and hopefully get... Oh, we did get it off as she died. The kamikaze hacking. So we're clearing this whole right side pretty darn well. Obviously, these are max level tanks, but we're about to lose all of them. Come on. Let's go. Just die, tank. There we go. All of the tanks gone. Whole right side cleared for the most part. I'm very curious to see if we're going to take this down or fail. Let me know if you think that you have a better troop combo that I should be using. I am all ears because... Actually, you know what? See that laser? It did actually hit us. I don't know if that was because of Everspark or not, but... See, the tanks, the troops, it really depends on where you put your flags. I don't know exactly how to control that. So, if you know how to make your troops drop exactly where you want, please, please do let me know, because I constantly fail at getting my troops on that right-hand side. But I have a decent smoke pattern to cover it, so it's not the end of the world, but... it does sort of get annoying when your troops drop all willy-nilly. That right side just makes zero sense to me. So let's keep that shocked. Hopefully getting rid of the Doom Cannons, making our way up that right side as this Doom Cannon right here slowly picks us off as well. More shockings, more tankings. Come on, tanky tanks. I'm going to drop my critters right on top in the hopes that I can do something about those. Everspark doing almost nothing for us. Let's throw a couple artillery on that last Doom Cannon. And at this point, I think we might be able to take down this core. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to push the hack button and hope... I was really, really hoping Everspark would go get that shock launcher, but she did not. So, didn't want to flare it. Definitely did not want to flare it. But now we are nice and close inside that grappler's range. So hopefully at the very least we can get rid of this grappler and take this base down on our next hit. I don't remember if we have 1 hit or 2 hits left or what, but we're getting slightly closer to the core. 0 skill, 0 troop health. Let's throw a smoke on there as my door slams behind me again. My kids leave their doors like half open. They leave their lights on. It's just so frustrating. Kids do the dumbest stuff sometimes, I tell you. I did the exact same thing. All the things that I complain about my kids, my parents gave me crap about, like jumping and touching door frames. Your finger... But at this point, I played basketball. Jump all you want. So, let's keep going. We're going to try to get into here. Everspark is hopefully going to do wonderful things, and I still don't know if this is my 4th attack or 5th attack. You guys should probably pay attention. Looks like that laser is going to see us. So, yeah, I would suggest getting rid of that laser. Never a bad idea, especially because it gives you a chance to practice doing a flash kill. For me, War Factory is all about practicing skilled attacks, except for what I'm doing right now, that is. So I would highly, highly suggest flash killing that laser on either your high-level account or your low-level account. Either one doesn't really matter. Just know that it is great practice. Now I'm going to flare Everspark back just so that she backs up and lets the tanks catch up a little bit. And then we're going to shock this shock launcher, and I'm going to press the hack button and hope that she gets... There we go. That's exactly what I was hoping to do right there. Finally got the right hack out, letting the shock launcher take the brunt of the hits for us. And then we're going to keep this Doom Cannon shocked. And now we should be okay to take down the core using all tanks, no medics. Not bad. I'm kind of impressed with that. We went through a ton of grapplers, ton of boom cannons, and managed to take down the core using a ton of tanks. So, let me know what you think about all tanks and its ridiculous silliness. Obviously, if you have troop health, that should be super, super easy for you. But there is a balance of troop health to GBE and all that sort of fun stuff. So, let's have a quick look. I don't even know how many attacks it was. We did it in 4 attacks with all tanks and no skill on my part. So, hopefully this video finds you well. Yes, I am still doing Boom Beach content. Don't be ridiculous. I am having a lot of fun with Rush Wars. If you're looking for a Rush Wars team, check my other video. But more importantly, if you're looking for a task force, we could use you. Delta 9 is this task force. You can play with me every single day. Or we have other task forces that I'm not in. If you don't want to play with me, I don't blame you. But check the description for a list of task forces. We have spots for any level from HQ7 to XP66. So that's it. That's all. I'm zmoT. As always, thanks for coming in. If you have ideas, suggestions, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, I shall talk to you later. Thanks for coming in. Peace!